Hey, it's Megan. Welcome back to another dollar DIY video. This time we're doing 5 DIYs made with Dollar Tree supplies that do not look like they came from Dollar Tree, for real. And the cool thing is, a lot of the techniques and styles used in these DIYs can be implemented for DIYing pretty much anything, or snazzing up anything you have laying around your house, trash to treasure, whatever tickles your fancy. All of that said, we're starting right now. Oh, and real quick before we go, if I sound more horrible than normal, forgive me, I'm getting over a cold. For real, we're getting started right now. This first DIY is so easy, a 5-year-old could do it. A 5-year-old with mild supervision. All you need is one of Dollar Tree's bubble vases, which they sell year-round, and a pack of their pop-up stickers. All you have to do is take your stickers and just stick them all over your vase, spacing them out as evenly as you can. That's it. Or they do sell a smaller pop-up sticker, 117 count. So I did that with another one of Dollar Tree's bubble vases, and then you just paint your vase. I'm spray painting, you can hand paint. I prefer spray painting. I find it easier, simpler, and I just have a bunch of spray paint on hand. I'm also using hammered spray paint by Rust-Oleum in the color brown. And I love the way these turned out. I think I prefer the smaller stickers. I'm not really sure yet, but I tell you what, I love the way these candles look at night because of how the hammered spray paint is made. It kind of bunches up when it dries to give it that hammered look. It looks so cool. At night, lights off, candles on, love it. For this next DIY, you just need one of Dollar Tree's little planters, preferably the kind where the bottom pops off, but it's not necessary, and some of Dollar Tree's spackle. You just need 1 part spackle to 1 part paint. It doesn't matter what type of paint you use, just 1-to-1 is the ratio, and then mix it up. It's gonna be, I would say, the consistency of a thinner milkshake. Like not a super thick, like Brahms type malt milkshake, but a very thin milkshake. And then just paint that all over your planter, going back and forth, and you will see the brush strokes. That's not a big deal. That's totally okay. And you're gonna do the same thing to the bottom tray that we popped off. Then here's where this DIY gets really fun. Take whatever paint color you want, doesn't matter. I'm just using black apple barrel. Add that into your mix that you've already used. Once again, however much paint you added, add that amount of spackle, and snatch up one of Dollar Tree stencils or any stencil. Walmart also sells a pack of stencils for like, I don't know, less than $3. You can use that just the same. Put that onto your planter and dab down your spackle paint mixture. This is a really cool textured look. Also super awesome that the spackle / paint mixture dries really fast. In fact, by the time I started the first part, I got halfway around the planter and it was done. So you see off to the left, that's where I started. To the right is what I just did. And the left side is pretty much dry. Then all you have to do is whatever paint you mixed in with your spackle, take that. So I'm just taking my black paint and I'm dry brushing all over my planter. Now, because where we added the stencil, that's raised up. It's a very textured planter. Really cool. I promise you, it turns out awesome. You're just going to add that on to your planter by dry brushing. Dry brushing is just gonna hit the raised parts. There is no rhyme or reason, no detail-oriented skill needed for this. You just swipe your brush back and forth. In fact, that last clip, that was like real-time speed, not sped up at all. That's how quick and easy it is to do. Then I just painted the bottom of my little tray black. Originally. It looks good black. Let me show you. So this is what it looks like, totally finished. Love it. I dig it. Really think this looks awesome and cool. But just because where I'm putting it, I want it to warm it up a little bit. It looked too much like a black and white newspaper photo to me. I ended up painting the bottom brown, but you could have left it black, so you could just use 2 colors, make this planter, call it a day. It'd be beautiful. And then up close, I just want to show you, because I'm not really sure you can see on camera, it's highly textured. That's what makes it look so awesome. I love the way this planter looks. And we are on to the next one, where all you need is 4 of these larger 18-inch long wooden signs from Dollar Tree. They don't have to match. It doesn't matter what style you get. I feel like these are harder to find items. So, hey, word to the wise, at Home Depot, you can snatch up a board for only $1.68, have them cut it down for you to 4 strips. That'd actually be cheaper than spending $4 at Dollar Tree. So just keep that in mind if you want to do this DIY. Then it doesn't matter if you are using the real wood from Home Depot or Dollar Tree's signs. Snatch up some gel super glue, or you can use wood glue. I prefer gel super glue because of the fast dry time compared to wood glue, and it has a really super strong hold on wood. Optional, I'm going to be using this as a tray I pick up and move around. So I did staple the back of mine for reinforcement. Then all you have to do is just paint your tray, whatever color your heart desires. My heart desires spray paint. I just prefer spray paint. My heart desires White Heirloom by Rust-Oleum. It's one of my all-time favorite colors. I always have this on hand. It's a off-white, not too warm. It's not too cool. I love it, but you can totally hand paint yours. Then some of Dollar Tree's faux leather ribbon. This is new, or new to me at least. And just cut down 2 strips. Same size, and some of, well, I pulled this off my cork board, you know, but Dollar Tree sells these. I probably got them at Dollar Tree. They're little push pins, and you just push that in the ends of your boards. I could do the first part by hand. I could probably do it all the way by hand, but I found it easier to just kind of push it in by hand and then finish it off with a hammer. And I just want to show you, this is a working tray. So optional, I did put cork contact paper on the back of mine, but you can pick it up by the handles and move it around. It's a for real tray. No one will know that this was a Dollar Tree DIY. Or if you get wood at Home Depot, a $3 DIY. Love the way it looks, all styles, all year, and I'm probably gonna end up using this outside. And we're on to one of my favorite DIYs. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know I love me some wreath making. So all you need is 2 Dollar Tree's roses, 2 smaller pink flowers, and 1 larger size pink flower. Then you can get some of Dollar Tree's eucalyptus. This is hard for me to find. I actually got that photo from ChicOnTheCheap, my girl Sara Jane. I love her. But just so you know, Walmart carries 97-cent eucalyptus. You'll need 5 of those. And if you go to Walmart, make sure that you get the green stem eucalyptus. They have brown stem eucalyptus. That's like $1.75, or it's a different price. Put all 5 of your eucalyptus into your Dollar Tree wreath form. Then to spread this out, just go back and bend the stems of your eucalyptus. You're really trying to stretch your dollar here. And it still looks very sparse, and that's okay. Because by the time you go back, you add your white florals, you add 3 of the larger florals, 2 packs of the small pink florals, along with all the leaves that come on the flowers, it starts to really fill out. So it looks great as is. You could stop right here, but I had some baby's breath on hand, and I went ahead and added that. But the wreath would be full and beautiful finished without the baby's breath. So technically you could make this an $11 wreath instead of mine ended up being a $12 wreath. Also, I want to show you, there's going to be huge spots of bare blank wreath left, and that's okay too. To fix that, you're going to strategically push and move your leaves around. And then the only hot glue I really did need is when I needed to hot glue a bare spot. I'm just bringing that up because there's been a few times where people in the comments will be like, there's no way you only used X amount of florals. No, I do. I just really try to stretch my dollar by stretching out and strategically moving and fluffing my wreath. It'll make it look way more full without having to spend more money on more florals. And I love the way this wreath looks. I have it on my front door. I think this is great for spring, summer. I will have it up there until I get inspired again to make a new wreath. Then for this next one, for the last one, we're using one of these tins from Dollar Tree. Now, I originally used the top to make this cake tray last year. That video is linked in the description. I'm really trying to use up what I have. And by the way, Dollar Tree will sell these cake trays for Christmas, Valentine's Day, probably Easter too. Then you just need 2 of Dollar Tree's nautical ropes. But I only had 1. And I know this because I actually started this DIY using Dollar Tree's nautical rope and I was more than half the way through. So I'm just using this rope I got from Walmart a long time ago. I don't even know when, but it was like $3. Really, I think Dollar Tree is probably the better deal because this Walmart rope is a lot thinner, even though it's 75 feet long. Yeah, you get the point. All you gotta do, hot glue at the bottom. I didn't hot glue again until I got to the top, and that is it. Cut it off. I do want to mention I probably should have painted the outside because from the inside you can see the Halloween print. So if that's gonna bother you, paint the outside first before you wrap the rope. Then, just like a DIY 2 or 3 DIYs back, we're just using some of the leather ribbon, faux leather ribbon from Dollar Tree, more thumbtacks, and making some handles. You can see where you can see the Halloween print from the inside. That does bother me, so I wish I would have done that from the get-go. But either way, super nice looking basket. Great, because I already had all of these pieces on hand. It would look good as a planter, but what I'm probably going to use this for are nice hand towels. My family's forever trying to use the nice hand towels for rags and to wipe up spills. So I want to place that in a very separate place in our pantry so they know these are the nice hand towels. Don't wipe up your chocolate milk spills with these. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for enduring. I know my horrible, even lower nasal voice than normal. So much love to you, my friend, and I will catch you next time.